Oh, good. We at least got a couple of people. Let's see if we got enough people here. Yeah, we got enough to start it. Okay. About a week ago, actually less than a week ago, I got this new Bosch compact impact wrench, the GDS 18V 350C. It's a compact. Well, I'm just trying to think of some more testing to do with it before I go on a major testing with it. They say this thing supposedly develops 258 pounds of fastening torque and 410 of breakaway. Well, don't believe that. I got a video coming out tonight. It's not 410 pounds of breakaway torque. No way. Not even close. But I'm trying to figure out how to test it. Not many guys have thought of it on YouTube. I can guarantee you that. Well, about a month ago, I collaborated with Cena on batteries. Well, here I go. DeWalt Atomic DCF 921. 8-amp Cena battery. Here's the new Bosch Cena battery. And in a few minutes, I'm going to have my new Milwaukee battery. So these are all the same power. These are all different brands of power tools, 3 different manufacturers, the same battery. Not many guys have thought of this test. In fact, I'm willing to bet none of them have. Even the big channels haven't thought of this one. I'm positive of that. Not many of them are going to deal with these cheap Cena batteries. Heck, I got this battery for 45 bucks. Just got the Milwaukee one for 45 bucks. I got the Bosch one for free a month ago. So, 3 different makes of compact impact wrenches, same battery on each one. And that's without an adapter. They fit right on. Let's see what people are talking about. Pretty good going. Okay. It's got the battery charged. It's got the brand new Cena one for Milwaukee. So now I'm running the same brand of batteries on all 3 different types of manufactured power tools. This is the Milwaukee 2854-20. This is their compact impact wrench that nobody liked because their impact drive 4th generation has more power. This is the top dog Atomic 921 with a Cena battery. And here's the newcomer, the Bosch with a Cena battery. So I'm running all the same manufacturer batteries. So now we're taking the battery rate out of it. Okay. There's no more, worrying about what battery. They're all running the same one. Okay, let's go with the Milwaukee first. Okay. Let's run the Atomic 921. How many guys have thought of this? I'm the only one. I'm sure somebody's going to copy me now. And here's the new Bosch. That's about as far as I'm going. Okay, so we're running 3 different manufacturers' compact impact wrenches with the same battery. Because I thought of this test for a few weeks here. Believe me, not many guys are going to think of this. Not even the really big channels that have million subscribers. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which one. Let's just do random to figure out which one Usually the atomic's usually the fastest, even though it's a chrome socket. Okay, now let's remove. I'm going to put some gloves on for this as soon as I find them. Like I say, not many guys think of this. Not even the really big channels. And we all know who they are. They have 400,000 or 500,000 subscribers. I don't think the real big channels are going to deal with Fastener batteries. Fastener batteries is not Milwaukee, not DeWalt, and they're sure not Bosch. In other words, they're not a big company that make billions of dollars. I must have this on bolt tightening mode. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Let's go back to the Bosch. Like I say, this newest Bosch, it doesn't even come with any way to connect it to your phone. There is no spot to put a computer chip at, which is, who cares anyhow. How many guys actually computer chip and run their phone to what they're going to run these tools on? I don't have time even to play with that for a YouTube channel unless I want to get my other Bosch tools and try it. Okay, now let's move on to some bigger legs. Find out what I'm going to need to run here. This is an alt nut. It's too bad they don't make a few more batteries for a few more power tools. Like how about they make one for the flex? Yeah, the Metabo triple hammer bolt, but you know, the only problem is Fastener don't make a battery for it. Believe me, I wish they made a battery for every power tool manufacturer. Then you can run them all against one another with the same battery, just to see what tool is actually the better tool. Now we're going to kind of get the idea here. And I know one thing. This thing does not put out the stats that it says online. I'll have a video coming out at midnight tonight to show how much this can break loose, and it's not 410 pounds. Far from it. But it is better than this Milwaukee. We all know the Milwaukee compact impact wrench is not even as strong as the new Stubby. I'm sure Milwaukee's going to cure that probably with a new one, since they've had this thing out, what, 3 or 4 years now? Okay. No. Nope. Okay. Now I just got to find one for 3/8. When you buy the M18 Stubby, get it in a 3/8 anvil. They say it's got more power than the 1/2 inch. Why? Why? Where's he at? God damn. He ain't trying to call me. Okay, let's keep moving on this. Get interrupted here by people. Okay. Got a socket even though it's not impact ready. Who really cares? God, I've been using chrome sockets for years. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go with the Milwaukee.
Eric, I swear to you, I heard his tone thing.
No, Mom, I'm doing a YouTube live. He's not calling either one of my phones.
But why did I hear it?
I don't know, Mom. Maybe you heard on a commercial. Just don't worry.
No, it wasn't a commercial.
Well, don't worry. He's not trying to call me.
It wasn't a commercial.
Yeah, Mom. I'm doing a YouTube live. Don't worry. He's not trying to get a hold of me.
Eric,
It would have interrupted both of my phones. So don't worry.
isn't that his call letters?
No. No, Mom. He's got a wrestling one. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a song.
Yeah, I know, but Mom, he's not trying to get a hold of me. Don't worry.
Eric, I heard it in the house.
Yeah, well, Mom, sometimes they have commercials.
It wasn't a commercial.
Well, don't worry. He's not trying to get a hold of me. He's picking up Lisa.
I heard it. It was the ring of his phone.
This happens when you get elderly. Okay. Let's go with the Milwaukee first. Okay. And we'll go with the DeWalt. Okay. And we'll go with the Bosch. And we got several more to go. We can run 2 each. Yeah. course, we all know if I put the forged battery on there, it would have more power, but don't forget, not all these tools can have forged batteries. Then it means in which case then I'd also have to put the 8 amp power pack onto the wall. And Bosch doesn't make a tablet cell battery that's in America yet. Okay. They don't make one. They do make one, but it's only in Europe only. Take out one more of each. I'm impressed. I got 3 different manufacturers of tools in the same battery brand. So this company's got it all figured out, because they're a major manufacturer now, because they're all over YouTube right now. I've seen at least 50 videos in the past few months. Okay, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do next. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to have to time it all out and look back at my video to find out who won that. But they're all, I'd say, the batteries are all equal. Now it's up to the tool. So what I could do, well, I wonder if I can run some bigger. Yeah, let's stick with the mid-torque challenge now. We're done with these. Okay. It's too bad I can't come up with a 4th battery, but they don't make any batteries for any more tools that I have. Well, like I say, I was testing. We're working on, this is the Gen 3 Milwaukee Compact 2854, 3/8 drive. Seen her battery, still fully charged. Just got the battery today. And this is a new Bosch GDS 18V350C with a Senior battery, fully charged. See, all these tools have one thing in common. And we have the DeWalt Atomic 921 with a Senior battery, fully charged. So 3 different manufacturers, same battery. So now let's move on to the mid torques. Okay, let's move on to the mid torques. So now we'll move on to the mid torques and do some testing with these 2, because I figured out this is stronger than the Cobalt. I'm trying to run that test over and over. Okay. Over and over and over. Okay. Okay. Now I will break out the actual forged battery. Because Senior does not make a battery for rigid. Not yet. There's probably not enough rigid power tools in our country for them to make batteries for it. Now we got the 8 amp forge on. The 2962-20. This is our latest mid-torque. There's nothing newer unless you want the one with 1 key, which I could care less about that. I only got the 1 key angle grinder because it has multiple speeds, not because it's a 1 key. Okay. Now, I guess we can run those right about. We could run this whole top section. Well, that's way too quick. That's way too fast. That's faster than greased lightning. I've heard of mid-torques being fast, but come on now. These holes are too used for, well, I got to put bigger lags in. Let's just forget putting these in. Be nice if mid-torques were that quick. Wow, that'd be the fastest mid-torques in the world. Let's run some big lags. Fastest mid-torques in the world, I could put them in that quick. That means the high torques could put them in a thousandth of a second. So, let's get all these out of the way. Okay. Now, let's come up with some big legs. Now I gotta look to see where I got them. Right over here. Okay. That's too big. Okay. We're not running these until the last couple of the last two mid torques. They're against each other, and it's not going to be in this piece of wood. Okay, got them all. Now I got to get sockets. One. There we go. These are, should be 15/16. Yeah, 15/16. That's how big these bad boys are. Okay. Thing I like about the rigid, this tool might have been designed 6 or 7 years ago. Of course, I can get the socket off, but look at those, look at those, look at those lights. It's nice, and look, you can pull the battery and just turn the light on. That's nice. I kind of like this mid-torque from Rigid over their new one. This is the old Octane. Looks space-like with that setup. I never did buy the other mid-torque from Ridgey. I didn't really want it once I bought this one. Okay. Now, we're going to run all these through. I'm impressed with the same batteries I can run on all my Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Bosch tools. I just have to have a little more tools to compare to each other. Well, I already know what I'm going to do for the 2967 and the 961 DeWalt. I'm going to run those next month. You know, King Kong is, the Milwaukee, and Godzilla is, the DeWalt. I'll run the same batteries on just to see which tool actually puts out the most oomph without having the battery do it. Okay, let's run these with the Milwaukee. See if we can even do this without splitting any wood. I doubt it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Maybe here. I honestly think these are too big. Yeah, they're too big. But that's about as big as I can get. I'm definitely getting rid of this wood one piece at a time. Okay. We know this ain't working. We've already destroyed a bunch of wood. Unless, we can't put it in there. Unless we go through the front of this. I don't think that would work either. Well, let's take this apart. We'll try to play with the actual wood itself. Give me a chance to take this apart. Okay. I'll take it apart with an impact driver. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna need. Let's move these tools out of the way. Okay. Not there. And we'll run the Saner battery. Might as well. It's only $45. In other words, the new 3.5 power stack is $250. You can buy 5 of these. If you bought 5 of these, they probably would last longer than the power stack. Okay. Not worried about that. By the way, this is a DeWalt 860. DeWalt's high torque impact driver. Okay. That's that one. Gotta find my other adapters. Nothing else here I'm gonna need. Yeah, maybe here. Nope, smaller. That one ain't coming up. Okay. Improvise. Just gotta find my other. Where they're located. Anyway, here they are. Okay. Okay. That one's not worth taking up. Figure what's holding this in. Gotta be this one. Nope. Now this is nothing but fire kindling. Now what's holding this in? Okay, this one. We're not too worried about that one. We just want to put it into this one. Okay. Yeah, I got all this mess here. Yeah. Let's get along with the test. We'll make some new holes. Okay. Put some gloves on. So what time is it? Let me see. It's only 5 after 10. That ain't too bad. We've had guys in this neighborhood making noise at midnight with their effing fireworks. If I want to shoot off fireworks, it won't be a firework. It'll be something that comes out of the end of a barrel. I think people can hear that one pretty good. Okay. Let's put the rigid now. Try to find one just as hard as that. Wow. Let's try one here. Okay, I think these are about even. The next way to test them on is a nice fresh piece of wood when I have a chance. This thing is pretty beat up on that side, and I don't feel like much turning it over right now. Anyhow, the next testing I plan on doing is going to be going back to the Bosch compact impact wrench, taking on more. Like I forgot the times on that. Problem is, I can't use the same batteries for all of them. Let me turn this light off. I don't know if anybody could see me as it is, so. Yep. Like I say, I wish they would have kept making this octane. This is the tool that not many people know about. I know they're high torque Remember, TTI said they couldn't make it anymore because it was taken out to Milwaukee. So there'll be more testing to come on these two. We're already done with the cobalt. I think these two are awful close. This is what, 2019, and this is probably 4 or 5 years ago. So, well, okay, guys, like I say, we're going to keep going with the mid-torque stuff and keep running a brand new Bosch against all the rest of them. Then I'll probably just go over to all the respective batteries. So, okay. Eric the Bearded Tool Guy is signing off.